The headlines: KSRTC bus driver commits suicide, raises question marks over bus administration. Konkani poetry session held at Takore. And inspirational Mangalore teams, new stars in the biking circuit. A bus driver working in the KSRTC Mangalore depot committed suicide on Monday, July 14 by consuming poison in front of his higher officials after he was denied permission to attend to his duty of driving a bus to Mysore. The deceased has been identified as Vijay Kumar, aged 40, a resident of Kannur. The police disclosed that Vijay Kumar was dejected over a remark made by his bosses in the KSRTC on his drunken state while reporting for duty a few days back. The officials had also subjected him to medical tests to prove that he was drunk. He was rushed to the hospital immediately after he consumed poison, but he died the following day on Tuesday, July 15th. The suicide case has certainly raised a few question marks over the mode of administration of the KSRTC. The incident has brought to light several loopholes in the working of the Transport Corporation of the state. The conditions of the bus drivers working for KSRTC are not at all pleasant. They are not provided with restrooms for them to rest after a tiring driving session lasting hours together. These images, wherein you can see drivers resting under the buses, might give you a fair idea. The drivers are not given sufficient holidays as well. Speaking to media persons, KSRTC Staff and Workers Association General Secretary Praveen Kumar said that the staff at KSRTC is made to work under extreme pressure. He said that less salary and the lack of sufficient staff are aggravating the agony of the drivers. He added that the relationship between the management and the workers is not at all a smooth one, thereby creating an isolation factor for the workers and leaving them with no one to pay attention to their needs.
ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರ ಹತ್ರ ನಾವು ಹೋದಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸದ ಒತ್ತಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ. ನಮಗೆ ವಾರದ ರಜೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತು ಡಬಲ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಕಳಿಸೋದು. ನಾವೇನೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು 14 ತಾಸು ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಬಲ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಕಳಿಸೋದು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕಿರುಕುಳ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಒತ್ತಡ, ಕೆಲಸ ಒತ್ತಡ, ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ವಾರದ ರಜೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಈ ರೀತಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ದೂರುಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ, ಇದು ಕುಂದು ಕೊರತೆ ಸಭೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅವರ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ಕೊರತೆ. KSRTC ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಡಿವಿಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ ಕೊರತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಸಂಬಳ, 2,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಸಂಬಳಕ್ಕೆ ದುಡಿಸ್ತದೆ ಟ್ರೈನಿ ಅಂತ. ಅವರಿಗೆ 18-20 ತಾಸು ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ. ಮೋಟರ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಉಲ್ಲಂಘನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ಗಳು, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂಥವಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರಿಗೆ 2,000 ಸಂಬಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆನಾಲ್ಟಿಗಳು, ರಿಕವರಿಗಳು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ವಾತಾವರಣ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಲ್ಲಿ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿ ಈ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಕೂಡ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು, ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬಾಂಧವ್ಯ ಬರಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾಗಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಬೇಕು ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರಿಗೂ ವರ್ಕರಿಗೂ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ರಾತ್ರಿ 11 ಗಂಟೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಊಟ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಲಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ರೂಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊಳ್ಳೆಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಪೀಡಿತರು ಮತ್ತು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಚಿಕನ್ ಗುನ್ನೆ ಪೀಡಿತರು. ಈ ಚಿಕನ್ ಗುನ್ನೆ ಪೀಡಿತರಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಡಬಲ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ರಜನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಅವರು ಏನೋ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದವರು ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಚೆಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಚೆಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನು ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅವತ್ತು. ಅದು ಕೊಡೋದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅವತ್ತು ಲೈನಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ಯಾಸೆಂಜರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಷ್ಟಿಂದ. ಮಾರದಿನ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಏನೋ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸೆಟ್, ಈ ಕೆಲವು ಡ್ರೈವರ್ನವ್ರು ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗೊಂದು ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ, ಆ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣಿದೆ. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬಂದವರು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಲ್ಲೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೊಂದು ಬಂದಿದೆ ದೂರು. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಣ್ಣದು ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಹಲ್ಲೆ, ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ರಾತ್ರಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ನಮ್ಮವರೇ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿಗಳು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಚಿಂತೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಮತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಅವನು ಸೂಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾಯ್ಸನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಪಾಯ್ಸನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಸಾದ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಡ್ರೈವರ್ಗಳು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ಇದು ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದು.
Those who say that Konkani does not possess good poets and that they are becoming a rarity had a lot to ponder after seeing a number of established and upcoming poets entertain the gathering at the Adarsh High School Hall at Takode during the poetry session conducted by the Kavita Trust on Sunday, July 13th. Takode, the land of Konkani poets, writers and activists, was perhaps the apt choice for holding this unique Konkani program. The entire session was moderated by the son of the soil, Titus Norona, who is known in Konkani circles for his rich language and fabulous presentation skills. Elyar Takode, who has carved a niche for himself as one of the up-and-coming yet premier poets of Konkani, welcomed the gathering. Melvin Rodriguez, the poet of Konkani, who is the brain behind these poetry sessions, delivered the keynote address, during which he introduced the Kavita Trust and its activities to the gathering. The hall was filled with Konkani poetry buffs from Mangalore, Barkur and even Goa. Mount Sobhan Gurkar, Eric Ozerio, his wife Joyce Ozerio, convener Stani Alvarez, Konkani Prachar Sanchalan President Roy Castellino, Takode Parish Priest Father Hilary Lobo, former Parish Priest Father Gerald de Souza, former Headmaster of Takode Valerian Moras, Konkani Kutum Bahrain convener Richard Moras, Konkani Weekly, Darvem editor John Monis, well-known Konkani writer Gladys Rego, poet H.M. Pernal were a few among the august gathering. The audience was also made up of nuns and a number of Konkani lovers. Famed Konkani humorist C.G.S. Takode had sent a poem specially meant for the occasion, which was presented by Lloyd Rego, while Josie Siddhakate's poem was read out by Carmelite poet and priest Father Alvin. Following poets took part in the poetry session: Dimple Fernandez, Avina Miar, Lohit Avinash Pinto, Victor Lobo Bajal, Clement Fernandez alias Munna Takode, Yashwant D.S., Asma Murbidri, Gio Agrar, Vittori Karkal, Eddie Cardoza, Melvin Pernal, Elyar Takode, Richie Pereira, Naveen Pereira Suratkal, Melvin Rodriguez, Panchu Bantwal, Andrew L. Dicuna, Gregory Lobo, Wilson Katil, and Titus Noronha. Josie Siddhakate's anthology, Pavsa Dhurnu, was presented to all the participants by Father Alvin. Vittori Karkal proposed the vote of thanks, while Kishu Barkur, the secretary of the Kavita Trust, honored local organizers Richard Morris, Elia Takode, and Titus Noronha. This was the fifth poetry session conducted by the Kavita Trust in the ongoing year. Earlier, poetry sessions were held at Mangalore, Bantwal, Dubai, and Barkur. He doesn't have the license to ride bikes on roads, but on rally tracks, he rocks. Meet Siddhant Nayak, a 14-year-old from Bangalore. Studying in the 10th standard at St. Aloysius High School, this boy has emerged as the new kid on the block in the bike rally racing arena in the state. At this tender age, the boy has impressed all and sundry with his phenomenal biking abilities on racetracks. It has just been a year since Siddhant held the bike for the first time. 4 months of practice, tremendous amounts of concentration and dedication, and lo, today he is a rising star in the biking circuit, with victories at racing events in several places across the state already. He won the second place in races held at Shimoga and Mangalore, and finished third in the novice class race held at Chikmagalur, competing with some of the best in the business.
I had been practicing for 5 months. Then I started off going for events actually. Later. My dad actually, he was a rallyist before in cars, in four-wheelers. Then I used to go to the track to see my friends. Right. I was like, while seeing them, right, I got interested actually.
Siddhant maintains that although biking is something that he loves quite dearly, he never lets it affect his studies in any way.
When I have exams, like my parents also due to me studying actually, they made me ride the bike. They got me the bike so that I'll work hard on studies too actually. So it doesn't disturb me actually.
For a boy of his age to get into something like this, the role played by the parents definitely is a factor. Siddhant's parents have been a pillar of encouragement for him, giving him the license to chase his dreams.
ಆಗ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಭಯ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಬೇರೆ ನಾವು ರೇಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ನ ಟಿ ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಭಯ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಮತ್ತು ಇವನು ಹೇಳ್ತೆ ಹಾಗೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಬಿಡ್ತೇನಮ್ಮ, ನಿಧಾನ ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅವರು ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೇಸ್ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಭಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡುವಾಗ, ಆದರೆ ಸಹ ಅವರ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವನು ಸಹ ಒಂದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾನಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಂತೋಷ ಸಹ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
Another youngster who is enjoying the limelight in the racing arena is Adnan Ahmed. This 18-year-old from Pandeshwar is presently a student of first BCom at St. Aloysius College, Mangalore. Like Siddhant, he too is relatively new to the biking track, with just a 1-year experience behind him. But the guy has made a tremendous impact in the racing turf, winning laurels at various race events across the state. Finishing second at the two-stroke race held at Mudugare and the novice class race in Mangalore justifies that.
I have practiced for a year or so. Now, from past 6 or 7 months, I have been in race. I practiced totally. I'm in 1.5 years. I practiced it totally. I practice it daily. Sometimes in Sundays, when I have college, or else I go it daily. I practice it. My first race was in Mani, which I ended in a hospital. Then second, I placed in Mudugere third. Then it was in same Mangalore, which I placed second. Then same month I had in Chikmagalur, which I did third again. Last month, I did it third. Yeah, it is risky, but I prefer to ride in grounds or muddy place, not in roads. Roads are very hard. Like roads, if we hit, we can have some problems. So we have all the safeguards: helmet, gloves, boots, everything. So we ride in this soil.
Although these boys are exceptional on rally tracks, they dread riding fast on roads. In fact, the nature of a rally bike, which is quite different from a normal bike, is one of the factors for this. Nevertheless, teens like Siddhant and Adnan are certainly acting as an inspiration for many youngsters in the city to get into this not-so-encouraged sport.
When we see them riding, we seriously feel like, we should get into rallies. But they've got such a lot of talent that it seriously inspires a lot of people. And Mangalore, they need encouragement. It's not like no one is encouraging all these things. So when you get things like this, like when people highlight all these things, it's really good. Youngster in the next generation, they'll see all these things, and they'll feel like having a rally thing in them. So it's a good thing. Highlighting all these things is seriously a good thing.
Actually, like Siddhant, Dean, and all, there should be so many people coming out in this, because if we never got any encouragement from anybody, like at least they should get some support. They should get some support so that they can perform better. So that's what all we want. Our team wants. We all want them to come up, because youngsters should come up. Then only everybody should come to know what is the value of the ride. So I feel priority should be given for them right now.
Accelerating their way into the top scene of bike racing, these youngsters certainly are a fresh ray of hope for the growth of other sports in the country, exemplifying that India is more than just a country of cricket maniacs.